of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O God, my strength and my Redeemer. I want to acknowledge former party leader Peter David Phillips, the architect of Jamaica's economic stability, who I enjoyed working closely with to ensure that future generations would benefit from a lower public debt, more fiscal space, and more opportunities for the people of Jamaica to build a brighter tomorrow. I want to acknowledge all of my other colleagues on the platform. When I became leader of this party in November 2020, we had a lot of work to do. We had to unite the party. We had to rebuild the organization. We had to develop the message that the people could relate to and that would resonate with them. And I want to thank each and every one on the team who has helped me on this journey, because we are marching on to progress. And come Wednesday, we will be marching on to victory. And most of all, I want to thank you, the comrades and supporters, the workers and warriors of this great movement, the People's National Party, who have come in your many, many tens of thousands to Sharpe Square tonight to send a signal that we are ready for change and that time come for a better life. To all my fellow Jamaicans, I pledge to you that the government that I will lead will be one that is accountable to the people, that listens to the people, that is transparent in how we operate, and that ensures that the resources of the people are used solely for the benefit and upliftment of the people, not for friend and company, not for personal enrichment. No more hanky-panky. Time come for integrity in public life in Jamaica, and the People's National Party is committing to you tonight that we will deliver that integrity. The context in which this election is being held is important. Although the fiscal reforms engineered under the administration of Portia Simpson Miller, managed by Peter David Phillips, have achieved 13.5 years of sustained debt reduction, stabilizing our macroeconomy, to the point where the fiscal commissioner this week gone has in writing confirmed that the debt to GDP ratio target of 60% of GDP will at last be achieved by the end of this fiscal year. It is a new era that Jamaica is embarking on. But the context in which we are embarking on it is a decade of almost no growth, where 55% of the Jamaican people are suffering from food insecurity, as measured by the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization, where foreign direct investment has fallen by 80% over the last decade under the government of the Jamaica Labour Party, and where the productivity of our workforce has declined by some 21% since 2007. This is why our policies and programs have been designed to address these fundamental challenges facing the people. That is why we are going to ensure that children who need it when they go to school, they will get the hot nutritious meal that they need. That is why we're going to ensure that parents who struggle to send their children to school, especially in rural Jamaica, because the cost of rural transportation is so high, they will get a subsidy, $400. They will get a subsidy, $10,000 for the month, for each child in the family, to help cover the cost of going to school. It is why we're going to support our students at university. First of all, with the First in Family Scholarship Program, because I've seen where the children do everything that they're supposed to do, study them book, keep out of bad company, pass their exams, but then they can't go any further because they can't manage the financial aspect. And we say, if you're the first in your family to qualify for university or college, the People's National Party will give you a full scholarship. And we expect you to uplift your brothers and sisters when you pass through the gate and benefit from that scholarship. And for our students, you don't have to worry about borrowing from the Student Loan Bureau under the People's National Party. First of all, we will cap your monthly payment at a manageable portion of your actual income so that you will be able to live comfortably while you service that debt. Secondly, if you find yourself out of a job for whatever reason, we will suspend the obligation to pay. It will not mash up your credit. Those payments will go on the back end of your loan. And when you get yourself back on your feet again, and you come back again, your credit will be decent. You can still try and buy the house. You can still try and buy the car. It is why we have a very progressive policy of support for our farmers, taking some of the tax that is on the food imports, which have doubled under this government, from 800 million US to 1.6 billion US a year, taking some of those taxes and putting them in a fund dedicated to support the farmers of Jamaica so they can produce more food, so they can get the things they need, the inputs to prepare the land, the storage facilities, better farm roads, and all of the other aspects of farming that are required, because we need to produce, we need to grow our food, eat what we grow what we eat, and feed those countries around us that are not as blessed as we are when it comes to agriculture. And it is why when we see all of the people living on land, public land, living on it for years, build them house, but they don't have no title, and the colonial law that says they can't get a title unless they live there undisturbed for 60 years is such a wickedness. We're going to reduce it to 25 years. We're going to get them their title. And when we run the maths, we see that we will be transferring over $1 trillion of ownership value to the people of Jamaica in the biggest transfer of ownership in the history of this land. There are so many things we want to do. We want to help our workers. We want to ensure that the contract work abuse that goes on in various sectors of the economy, having our workers on a string like a yo-yo, denying them the rights that they should have as full-time employees. We're going to put a stop to that abuse. I want to thank the hotel workers I was reasoning with a few weeks ago here in Montego Bay, who said to me, Marky G, the tax and the tips and the gratuity, it have we away. We need more money in our pocket. We work hard, but we can't make ends meet. I beg you, deal with that for me. I'm going to deal it for you, because my sister, you need it. We're going to deal with it for them. We won't be taxing the tips and the gratuity. And the security guards and the police and the firemen and any worker who earns overtime pay in this country, if your earnings are under $6 million a year, you will not be taxed on your overtime, because we know you need that little break to make your life that much easier, that much more bearable, that much nicer. And when you see the struggles that families are going through, reflected in the food insecurity, because they're talking about poverty rate and they're talking about unemployment rate. But if those rates don't mean anything because people hungry and people not eating properly, that means something must be done. And that is why we're going to increase the income tax threshold to $3.5 million a year. You will pay zero tax on the first $3.5 million of your income. It is going to mean a significant benefit for many people who are struggling now. And for those who earn more, they will get the benefit up to 3.5. So there's something in it for them as well. And comrades, we're going to govern the country with a seriousness of intent to restore dignity and integrity and confidence and trust in the leadership of the country by the people who elect and put us there. We'll be introducing the impeachment legislation. So we will put an end to a situation where an MP can be caught on a video with a big stool in a car park, beating a woman bad, and nothing don't come out of it at all. And he's running to be a candidate for the JLP again in this election. They don't respect the women of this country. We'll be introducing the unexplained wealth orders for all of those people who get rich out of public life because they're not serving the people, they're serving themselves. They will have to account to the law for their wrongdoings. And we will ensure that every member of the government has their statutory declarations published by the Integrity Commission. We will amend the law to achieve that, so we have greater levels of transparency. Right now, it's just the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition who are required to do that. But his can't be published because his are not yet certified. Because for him thing not straight, him in a problem with the Integrity Commission, and him now been referred to the FID, the Financial Investigations Division, and him come in a debate and tell pure lie. But the people of Jamaica, them no fool, them know the truth. So comrades and friends, as we approach the 3rd of September, we're also approaching the new school year. And I want to take this opportunity to say to all of our parents, all of our students, all of our teachers, everybody involved in the education system, I wish you all the very best as you start the new school year. May God bless you and keep you safe in your transportation arrangements. May the children get to school safely and come home safely. And make the school year be a success for you all. Comrades, it is with great humility and a great sense of purpose that I put myself forward to become the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. I dedicate myself to serving the people of Jamaica, all of the people of Jamaica, and in particular, those who need the help of a caring government, a People's National Party government that knows about the struggles of the people and that has established itself from 1938 for upliftment of the people. I commit myself to continue that mission and to help move Jamaica from stagnation, from hopelessness, move on to a better quality of life for us all, higher levels of economic growth, and Jamaica will be moving up with the PNP to a better place. Comrades, on Wednesday, I ask you, all undecided voters, even Labourites, put your X beside the head and return Jamaica to decency. Return Jamaica to being a country that the whole of the world can look on and say, that is a little Caribbean pearl. We rate them. Comrades, God bless you all. The word is love. Power to the people. Power to the people.